a non-stick stovetop pan. This isn't exactly a skillet, but I'm going to be using this. Non-stick is recommended because the noodles will stick. You need a pound of meat. I'm just using beef, or they say you can use a combination of ground beef and pork, or a meatloaf mixture that has veal in it as well. Some olive oil and salt and pepper. Some Parmesan cheese. 1 onion chopped fine. Chopped tomatoes. I like the petite cut. Tomato sauce. Your pasta. Ricotta cheese. Red pepper flakes. 3 cloves of garlic. And you'll just also need a little bit of water. And your utensils, you'll just need some kind of spatula or spoon, and I'm using the microplane for the Parmesan. First, we're going to get this going on about a medium heat, and I'm going to heat up on about medium heat. Heat about a tablespoon of olive oil until it's shimmering, and you'll know that that's when it's ready to put in the onion. Okay, the oil is shimmering, so I'm going to add my onions, and you cook them until they're just starting to brown. Add a little bit of salt. Once they're brown, then you add the hamburger and cook that in the same pan. Okay, now that's browned a little, I'm going to add my 3 cloves of garlic and about 1/4 to 1/2 red pepper flakes, depending on if you like spice. And then add your meat. Okay, so we're almost there. We just don't want it to be super pink, but it doesn't have to be all the way done yet. Now this is the weird part of the recipe. You add your noodles broken up into pieces. I used 8 noodles. You add it directly to your meat. Just spread that out a little. Then add your chopped tomatoes. So again, that's that whole can, and you need it to total 4 cups of liquid. So that was the first 2. There's the rest of that. Now add as much water as it takes to total 4 cups altogether. So there we go. Add that all in, and your can of tomato sauce. Now just kind of even it all out, nestle the noodles into the sauce and liquid, and then you just cover it and let it cook for 20 minutes. You can stir it occasionally just to make sure the noodles aren't sticking together too much. But there you go, just let it cook. Okay, I'm just checking on it now, about 10 minutes into it. The noodles are definitely starting to cook. I'm just going to give it a stir so that I can check that they're not all sticking together. Pry a couple of them apart there. To make sure there's enough liquid in the recipe, they say if you need to add more liquid, then do. So if it seems a little dry, add a bit more liquid. This seems to have plenty. So I'm just going to put the lid on, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. It's been cooking probably a bit longer than 20 minutes, but as you can see, there's a really nice sauce, and the noodles are cooked perfectly. So now, just add your Parmesan cheese, about 1/3 to 1/2 of a cup. We like a lot, so there we go. And go ahead and mix that in. A little pepper as well if you like, which we do. Add that as well. Then what we do Now your lasagna is done. You can turn off the heat. Now just spoon your ricotta on top. Then you're going to cover it and let it stand for about 5 minutes or so until it's kind of warmed through and melty. You can add as much as you like. I'm using about half of this 15-ounce package. So my ricotta is on. I'm just going to cover it. Just let it stand for 5 more minutes before you serve. Okay, the 5 minutes is up. The ricotta is melted. So now just sprinkle a bit more Parmesan if you like. No, I'm not eating it.